Hello everyone, welcome back to the land of Italy. So in this episode we finally get a proper harvester. So let's purchase one right now. Then we're gonna go and do some harvesting. So I'm gonna skip this stuff. I could go for like the Deutz and start off with these, but we're gonna go case instead. Bit bigger, gonna be a little harder to maneuver around, so I'm gonna have to use the header trailer. So we'll buy one of those. We'll buy one of these, and then we're gonna go back to whoops, back one, buy header trailer. Alright, so let's have a look at this beast. So this is a case 7130. This is from the titanium pack. So those of you who haven't purchased it for whatever reason, if you're like me and you're like, well, I don't want to pay for something when I can just get free mods, well, at least these mods work, I guess is we can go with that. Now, not every Giants mod works. They're just like the others. You do have some bad eggs, like the Lindner. Trying to play that multiplayer was pretty terrible. The little Lindner loader, because Fad and I discovered in Season 1 that doesn't work so well because the buckets were linked. So every time one of us would dump the bucket when we're doing the biogas, it would dump for both of us, and that was bad. But anyway, this mod, this harvester I used a little bit here on this map when I was testing. Seemed to work okay, and I think I can transport it on this trailer, so let's just stick that on there. So, no locking script or anything. Alright, so where are we going to harvest? Let's have a looky. Now, all these dark green areas, we need to take care of those. I've been really trying to do something with the sunflowers here, and I've added the multi-fruit mod. There's 2 parts to it, and I added both parts. I've messed with that a whole bunch, and I have not yet been able to get vanilla equipment to do this. I refuse to get an extra harvester just to harvest sunflowers. So it's a fodder crop. We're just gonna not fodder, but it's a I don't know what you call it. I can't think of the name right now. But anyway, we're plowing that sucker under because I've had enough of this sunflower. It's frustrating. Okay, so we're gonna harvest this barley up here in the corner. So we are right down. Where is the shop here? I think we're down. I forget where that is. Oh, okay, we're right down there. So we need to get all the way up to this crop up here. What's the other? The barley one's already been cleared. Okay, so let's head on up there. Now, if I purchased a smaller harvester, I could use. I've got a little Zill truck, 5th wheel truck that has the like a flatbed on it. That worked pretty well for transporting the smaller Deutz. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, those little green vanilla harvester around. It worked great for that, but this thing's too wide. It just straddles the trailer. So we're gonna have to kind of fight our way through the traffic to get over there. Now I'm not sure. I'll travel this, I guess, and at least until I get out of the traffic. Maybe I'll do it on screen, but I suppose I could just shut up and then fast forward it, and then we'd be there. Nope, we're just gonna do it this way. So you just have to listen to me babble until we arrive. Whoa, that was close. This corner is a bad corner too. Yeah, see? They cut right across. Look at this. Can't you see this big thing with the flashing lights, buddy? Come on. You don't own the roads. No more than I do, I guess. Alright, so we'll head up here. Let's have a look at the map while we're driving along here. So we're after field 31, so we're gonna follow the road here and cross the river. And then I think, where's the other road? It's up here somewhere. I think there's a little road coming up here on the left. Boy, this thing barely goes across this bridge, doesn't it? Pretty tight. Yeah, here we go. So hang a left, and once I get there I have to go back and grab the header trailer and bring it up. So that's a bit of a pain, but eventually I'll have more equipment spread around, and have to get some placeable halls or something and store the equipment and basically divide the map into quadrants and then leave multiple harvesters around, because it's kind of a pain to maneuver them around here. Anyway, so then I'll be able to use an auto harvester or the auto combine and harvest multiple fields. So we're so far away from our farm, I don't think I'm going to bother harvesting the straw. So what we're going to do is chop the straw. So let's have a look here. Alright, you see the discs in the back here? I'll get rid of that map. That's the straw chopping discs. See, I can turn them on and off. Alright, I don't know if it actually chops inside and if this just distributes them or what, but anyway, so what we're going to do is back up here into the rhubarb, so to speak, into the... Oops, he's a little bit tippy in there. Alright, we won't go right there. But what I want to do is just back up enough off the road that I can get by and with the header trailer. Fine, be that way. Alright, so we will go back down to the truck. Get our beacon on. Alright, we'll get rid of that. Now what we're going to do here is grab the trailer. And hopefully it'll stay on and behave itself while I go for a crazy trip across town. What? Open sesame. Boy, that looks kind of precarious on there, doesn't it? So I got a steering wheel. I don't know why I'm steering with my WASD. Well, I guess it would be the A and D, not the W and S, but anyway. Can I get across here before something else comes along? Yep. Alright, so we'll just trust that it stays on, and hopefully we'll still have a header when we get there. Because if I drop it off somewhere, then I'm going to have to take the harvester back and get it, and that would be bad. Probably be better to actually do this first and then bring the harvester, wouldn't it? Okay, well, I'm going to have to go by and come back. Eventually, we're actually going to do some harvesting, believe it or not. We'll switch this puppy into four-wheel drive. Yikes. Stay, behave yourself, behave. I think we're okay. That's looking pretty good. I'll just straighten that out a little. Well, alright, let's not do that. There, now we'll see if we can get this to work. Boy, this map is pretty rough for big equipment, that's for sure. But it's so big, I can't see doing this whole map without using large equipment. Let's do this. Drop the trailer off and park this. Actually, no point in parking it. I have to go back, and as soon as I get this thing going, I have to go back and get the tipper. I wonder if I can get across this or if I'm going to bump it. Whoops, ran over the hitch. Oh well. Alright, well, let's get started here. I got a feeling I'm going to catch on stuff here as I go, but oh well. Let's try speed 2. I'm not sure actually what speed I was supposed to use before. As you can see, we're chopping the straw up. So what I'm going to do is make a headland here so old Charlie doesn't end up down in the ditch again. What a dummy he is. Anyway, if I'm not there babysitting him, he goes all crazy. So we'll go around the field here, round and around we go, and we should be able to, oh look at that, it's catching. I can't leave that, it's money just sitting there. I feel like I'm harvesting in the mountains here. There we go. This is not a very big field, is it? Wonder how much barley will get off of here. I don't think... Yeah, see, this hasn't been fertilized or anything, and I probably could have brought some pellet fertilizer here and hit it and then waited a day, but I think it would wither then, just because it's already kind of... If I'd known when I first started the map, I probably could have done that, fertilized it and let it go another day, but unfortunately I didn't do that, so we're just going to harvest everything You can see there's weeds in there and everything else. We're just going to harvest it all, and then we can start off fresh, you know, with the better rotation when I do it all manually. Speaking of better, I just spent about an hour and a half or so trying open broadcaster software. I'm trying to use something other than Fraps because it's such a pain to render when I could use a program that will actually record right at the right bit rate and the right resolution for YouTube natively, like on the fly, which is what open broadcasting software will do. So I played with that for a while. I just can't get it to do just what I want. It just doesn't come out the way I want it to. So I'll keep playing with that. Perhaps it's served me well so far, but you know, if I can get rid of that darn Windows Movie Maker, I'd be all set. Try and skip a step with the rendering there, and then I can kind of speed along getting the videos out. Such a pain, because sometimes I upload, for instance, this one, it's a Monday I'm recording this, so in like 15 hours this will be released. So that means it'll take me maybe 5-6 hours to upload it, and it takes about 40-45 minutes to render it. But I'll probably forget, and I'll be all set ready for bed, and then realize, oh crap, I didn't render my video. So then I gotta wait until it's done rendering and then start it uploading, then I can go to bed. And that happens more than you'd think. So yeah, I'm going to try and skip the whole rendering step. And I've not tried editing videos on YouTube. Apparently you can do it, I just haven't tried it yet. So maybe that'll be something I do as well. Anyway, I'll keep plugging away at that. I'm trying to get as good quality as I can without, you know, spending 2 days uploading a video, because I really want to stick to this video a day. And actually, once I get the new series going, the one with my video camera, then it'll be even more than once a day. So there'll be times when I'll have several videos up. There, that worked out just right. Alright. Let's pipe that out. Actually, I'm going to turn a bit so when I come by with the tipper, I can get under that easily. Now let's do a speed trip over, and away we go. Bring up the map, because I still don't know the map yet. Getting there. Oh, look at this, weeds in the road. Oops, don't hit that. Now, which way do I want to go? I guess left. You know what I could have done is I have the back of this thing will actually take grain. I could have loaded up some grain and then came back. Oh well. Watching for crazy milk trucks here. Whoops, can't see you at the back. So one thing I saw with FS15 when it comes out, they showed at Gamescom, they were showing the tractors and stuff. And one thing I noticed was they have working mirrors, and that's probably the most exciting thing I've seen on the FS15 is working mirrors. How sad is that? But anyway. Oh, I didn't go the right way. Oh well. Take the scenic route. Now I gotta go back the other way again. Love the sound of this thing. Whoa, jeez. Buddy, going across the line there a bit. Guess there's no police on this map. Good thing too. Whoops, don't go too far ahead there. Alright, so let's try and get past this trailer here. I don't have a good angle on this. Is that gonna... yeah. Well, it's not the best, but it'll have to do. So I think will that take all of it? I don't think it will, actually. Anyway, let me know what you think of using the titanium equipment. I haven't used it before, so that's why I was kind of keen to do it. But if you know, if you'd rather be seeing mods rather than the DLC, and I'd be interested to know that. I may or may not jump in and buy a bunch or get a bunch more harvesters and stuff, but I'd like to hear your input. I mean, if you're all saying use mods, don't use the in-game stuff, well, then maybe I'll think that through some more. But just remember that the problems I was having on the other map, I had so many mods on there, plus the modded map. Yeah, adding a bunch of mods is just possibly going to screw things up. Anyway, another trip around here. It's really nice animations on this. I really like them. The titanium harvesters. So we've got one other one we can get that's bigger. There's also a bigger grain head. I think there's a corn head for this too, so I don't even need to use those other like the in-game ones that you get, the Deutz ones. Even though I'm in Italy, I'm using American equipment. It's not because I like one kind of equipment over another. I just use those ones plenty, and I want to try something new. So I did try a New Holland harvester that would handle sunflowers, and it did cut it. But the thing was, I don't know, the straw chopper said it was on and it didn't work, and what else? There's a couple other things that really bugged me about it, so I ended up saying, you know what, forget this, and I removed it. And then I went to the multi-fruit scripts and tried to do something there, and I just hours. I spent hours trying to get the multi-fruit working on here, and yeah, I don't want to get a bunch of mods just for multi-fruit. So I went through all that in season 2 of our co-op Let's Play, and it was a real pain, and I'm not going to go through that again. I'd rather be playing the game and recording than spending hours and hours of fighting mods, and I've already been doing that on this map, and I'm about finished, I think. So I actually have the multi-fruit mod installed here. So I tried using the grain head, because it's a grain header that's supposed to cut the sunflower, as far as I know. At least it was on the New Holland I tried. So I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe the sunflower that's on this map is not the same as the one that's in the multi-fruit script, but I don't know that for sure. It doesn't look like the sunflowers that we had on Pleasant Valley. No, that could just be textures, I suppose. Anyway, we got lots of other stuff to do. I'm not going to worry too much about sunflowers, even though I keep going on and on about it. It just bugs me, I guess. So, on the weekend I recorded first Survive and Thrive episode, and it's showing a medical trauma kit. 4th time I've recorded it. Yeah, it should be okay. You get to see me on screen, so I'm sure some of you are interested in that. I don't know why, but it just seems yar, so you'll get to see me. Yar, I sound like a pirate. Anyway, yeah, so you get to see Hitman and find out what his name really is and all that stuff. Exciting. It's so exciting. Anyway, so yeah, I show I've got a kit for my vehicle so that if I come across a car accident or am in one, there's a whole bunch of equipment there for dealing with injuries and that sort of thing. And then I've got a bigger bag, trauma bag that stays at home, or if I went on a long trip I would probably take it, and it has more equipment in it. But things like, you know, tourniquets and bandages and braces, like something if you were, say you broke your arm, it would you could use that to brace your arm. It's a you'll see. I'm assuming you're going to watch it, and I imagine a lot of you will. You'll get to see what I'm talking about. So it's still, I'm still editing it. There's a lot of work to do on it because I want to show, you know, what each of the pieces of equipment is and that sort of thing. So it'll take me a bit. It'll be later this week, I think, when it finally comes out. And I have recorded the second episode, but still even more processing to do on that one. I've got a lot of work to do. So when they're done, and then I'll upload them and release them, and you can have a look. Get to see my dad too. So he's kind of wanted to make this series. I had talked about it a bit, but hadn't really gone anywhere with it. And then he said he wanted to get involved in it. So he's been watching YouTube videos, so he had some idea of how he wanted to do things. So yeah, I get to see two of us yakking about stuff. We're gonna do other stuff. I imagine some of you have seen my trailer I made showing things that we're going to work on. You see the backhoe on there and then chainsaw and all that stuff. So I'll be showing some of my older projects, and then I'll show some of the newer stuff. Should be pretty entertaining. And you won't get any of that reality TV BS that you see nowadays where they try and dramatize everything. That's not for me. So everything you see will be real and no embellishment. I guess that's like TV back in the 50s, right? Probably not many of you have seen TV from the 50s, but anyway. Alright, there's that done. We'll get the pipe out. Speed up. Alright, and I'll go to the next field off screen. Actually, you know what I could do? It's kind of tempting to bring some equipment over here and start on this field, and then you don't just see me harvesting for the entire episode. So I will think I might do that. So what's the field look like for 5.8? So if I line the field, that would take it to 7.2. It'd be a little bit high, but think about that a bit more. Alright, so let's pull this thing aside. I think there's a little road down here. Oh, that's a steep hill, isn't it? I don't think we'll go down there. I wouldn't in real life anyway. That's an expensive piece of equipment. I don't think I'd go tromping down the hill with this thing. Not that this little slope here is much better. Now, unfortunately the trailer's facing the wrong way, so I think what I'll do is just pull it over here aside. Actually, well, you know what, I'm gonna just pause it and I'll take care of this stuff, so when I come back you'll see me here with some other equipment. Yeah, in case some of you are wondering where you dump stuff, this is where. I just figured I'd pause and just show you where to dump, and I will move that equipment. So yeah, this is where you dump stuff. Alright, so got some lime here. I'm going to lime the field. Let's have a look here. Just because if it's a little bit high, well, it'll wear down pretty quickly, I think. And it's better that than having it way too acidic. So what we're going to do, let me see, I'm just going to take a quick drive around just to check, because if it's over 6 anywhere here, I probably shouldn't do it. But at 5.8, that'll probably take it to 7.8, which is kind of high, but I mean, it's low now, so yeah, okay. The worst that can happen is I make it a little too acidic and lose a bit of crop, so oh well. Alright, so let's get this done. Just gonna use this as a try and get the speed going properly. Whoops. Don't want to waste too much. Well, I guess I'll just have to kind of freehand it here for the speed and try and do the best I can. Alright, so once we've got this limed, the next step is to plow. So instead of using that dinky little plow, I do have a mod for that, so I'll be showing you that in a minute. So I cannot go into the rhubarb here. Should have put the thing on the front, I guess. Of course, then I'd never be able to see where I'm going, so. Did I get all of it? A little bit left here in the corner that I can try and get. Make the weeds grow better, I guess. There we go. Alright, so there's the lime, so I shall grab a plow and you get to see a new mod. Tell you one thing, this beast is a little hard to fit on the roads here. Look at this thing. So I went with the Kirovets. I needed a cheap tractor that has lots of horsepower, and I just love this tractor, and this is the perfect use for it. So low speed, lots of power, so I figured I would do some plowing with it. And I haven't used this for a long time, and I just love this mod. It's one of my favorites. So the plow on the back. Ooh, if I can negotiate down these little roads. The plow on the back is a Case IH 340 wing disc. And I watched some videos of this in use, so I had some idea what to expect. And it's a shallow plow. It would be just right for, I think, what I'm doing. So we're gonna give that a go. So I went with the extra wheels on the Kirovets because I figured I wanted to spread out the weight across on the soil. Not sure if that's how you would do it with a plow, if you'd actually want just the one set of wheels to... Whoops, did I go in the right field? No. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is be the right way to do it or not. I mean, obviously, if you're going to drive on the field that you've just plowed, you'd want the wheels like this, like if you're pulling the cultivator. But for a plow, I don't know if it'd be better for traction to do this or go single wheels, but anyway, this looks awesome, so that's what we're doing. If any of you don't think this looks awesome, what the heck is wrong with you? Look at this thing. Alright, so... what a beast. Look at this thing. Oh, I love it. Alright, so... here we go. Did I put that on speed 1? Yep. 51% seems kind of high. Is that right? Yeah, I guess so. So I haven't actually used the Kirovets with the steering wheel before, so that's a little bit of a treat. Alright, so plowing we go, and now I'll be getting a cultivator that's pretty similar to this. So we'll get to see that next. Don't know if you get to see it this episode though, because we're kind of running low on time. So I don't know if you want to see me keep going here on the plow, or switch to a cultivator and do this off screen. Yeah, we'll do the cultivating on screen for next episode. How's that sound? I'll be recording that tonight, so you'll get to see it right away. So around we go with the big plow. I like this plow. I chose to go with the bigger equipment right off the bat because I wouldn't have, except for the huge number of fields I'm going to have to deal with here. So I'll have to get this thing going with hired workers. So the plow is not cheap. It's $68,000 for the plow, and the tractor was only $17,000. So the combination isn't too bad. I'd rather put the money into the plow than the tractor at this point. Now I will be, of course, getting bigger and newer tractors, but this is a quick and easy way to get going here. Focusing here. So this thing, you can see it's cultivating the grass too, so try not to go too close to the edge because I don't want to destroy all the grass. I don't want the crops to look kind of funny in that respect. I should have actually set it to create crops and then or create field, and then be a little more realistic that everywhere I towed it, it would make a field. But at the same time, I could use it to smooth out the edges here. You can see I can make a nice gentle turn here with the steering wheel on the Kirovets. I don't think, on the videos, I never saw them actually taking sharp turns, so I'm not going to do anything like that. Gonna reverse, there we go. So I think the Kirovets has 220 horsepower, and the horsepower rating that they suggest in the plow is 200 to 400 horsepower, so it was, I felt it was big enough to run this thing. And I've seen these things, actually one night sat with, on TeamSpeak with Ian Robson and or the Warrior, and we watched tractor pulls. So we all watched the same video and we queued them up at the same time, so we were all watching the same thing. And anyway, we were watching, and the Kirovets is really stole the show as far as it was a much smaller tractor than a lot of the others, but it certainly was outperforming them on pulling. Now there were bigger ones that did obviously beat it, but for anything comparable in size, it just killed them because of its ability where it's articulated. It can kind of jiggle around and grab the mud in other spots, if you know what I mean. So it didn't really get stuck in a rut. It could dig itself out of the ruts, and that sure made a difference on the distance it could pull. So hey, I never thought I'd say I watched tractor pulls, but I did. It's kind of neat, actually, the three of us sitting there watching the same videos. Alright. This thing actually handles the plow quite well. I'm pretty happy with it. It's one of the few times when you get kind of an advantage with the articulated tractor. I'd be interested to know if any of you have ever seen one of these in use in real life, or actually have used one. That'd be kind of neat. But like I said, I did go and find some videos, so I had some idea of the capability. So that's why you're not seeing me taking corners. And I mean, I can go a little bit around because it doesn't have that. It doesn't dig that deep. But you certainly wouldn't do circles with it. Or maybe you would. I just didn't see them do it, is all. I see a spot I missed over here. And we're gonna go back and finish the last pass, and then we'll call her an episode, and then I'll pick up here next episode with the big cultivator. So, looks like 2 passes probably. Now, if there are any of you who are playing this map and you have gotten the sunflowers to work without downloading a whole bunch of new mods to handle it, like tippers and harvesters and stuff, let me know. Let me know how you did it, like what files you use. Links would certainly be most useful, because I'm not really a whiz at this, but I've done enough modding in the past and stuff that I could actually piece something together. And I don't really know why it loaded the mods properly, no errors, so I don't know why it didn't work. So yeah, none of the seeders or harvesters well, I shouldn't say seeders, because the corn seeders already worked for sunflowers, but I couldn't get any of the headers to work to pick up the grain or pick up the sunflowers. So anyway, let me know, and I will see you next time. We'll be back here with a cultivator. So bye for now.